And we are one day before the election. It is November 2nd, 2020, and we are going to do the numerology and the astrology for today. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 8. The number 8. The waves of depression will come in and out. The pressure is intense. Everyone can feel it. Do not collapse into despair. There is a light that is shining bright. There is a place where humanity can come together. We are at the brink of a huge transition. This number is considered the breath of the compassionate. It is the symbol for the influence of God in all living things, even this moment. The number of 8 is a pattern that points to resurrection, rebirth, and renewal. It is the pulse, the breath, and the integration of the energy of God held within the particles of light. The 8 indicates that there is energy that connects all things in this world. Some of those things we can see and others we cannot. That is the mystery. The number 8 is the sign of the infinite, the connection between heaven and earth. The lower circle of the 8 is considered to be the physical plane. The upper circle is considered to represent the spiritual world and heaven. It is the love and compassion of the divine that connects those two. It brings heaven to earth and elevates earth and brings it back up to heaven. In Christianity, because the 7 was considered to be the number of creation, the 7 days, then the 8th was considered the day of regeneration. In the positive, the number 8 promotes emotional healing by releasing pent-up emotions and feelings that block the natural flow of life force. It shows the infinite potential that all humans have if they are willing to allow the breath of life to flow through them. When all emotions are accepted and allowed to move through the body without judgment, the spirit within can transcend the physical plane and move into the infinite. This number is connected to the sun, which gives exuberant and eternal life. The number 8 indicates the warmth of spirit and the breath of fresh air that comes in with the energy and light of the sign Leo. The sun, Leo, and the number 8 are all in this day to help you stay centered, creative, and confident. The number 8 is very powerful to those that have been willing to step beyond their fear and allow the gloriousness within to be seen by others. It shows power and certainty to those that are willing to sit with their own discomfort long enough to define their clear intention. The number 8 is about breathing in and feeling joy. But so many are holding their breath at this time, and this is the metaphor given to us by George Floyd. I can't breathe. Everyone has been holding their breath to this election. We are in the middle of a pandemic that is making Americans struggle with breathing. Breath is everything. Our world is struggling to breathe with all the fires and the CO2 buildup that the corporations are continuing to create in our world. This world is really looking to just take one full breath so we can all relax. All right, the astrology today. The moon continues to go through Taurus, but early in the morning, while you are probably asleep, it goes into Gemini. I expect the conversations to be highly elevated as we come into the final days of the election. It's going to get wild. It's going to be so dualistic and complicated. While I support all diversity, I also support that peaceful conversations are extremely important. The Sun, Pluto decide to quintile, and there is a strategic way to go forward under this aspect. The moon trines to Venus in the evening, and while we are still in the Mercury retrograde and communication challenges are going to be obvious and exploited, this trine can make a difference and smooth things out. This whole week is a big Mercury-Saturn square that is tugging on us. A Mercury retrograde manifests as communication challenges. The Saturn square wants to restrict and inhibit the basics of life. The deficiencies of life are obvious. Negative thinking will be exacerbated, and it is a responsibility for each person to watch what they say and do in a way that does not make hardships worse. There are tremendous feelings of isolation, loneliness, and insecurity. So many healthcare professionals are exhausted and depressed. So many are suffering in silence. This aspect makes attention to details critical. Overall, we are seeking harmony and comfort. We are seeking peace and a better balance. We all want a pathway to a more constructive future. All right, and my quote for today. Breathe in, really. Breathe in. Take in that breath so you have been so desperate to inhale. Your soul follows that focused concentration of the breath. Are you willing to fully come into this body and this reality? Are you willing to bring your whole being into this here and now? This world needs your full presence today. You make a difference in ways that you cannot yet even realize. And my blog for today is a tribute to Eleanor Roosevelt, Susan B. Anthony, the suffragettes, John Lewis and Elijah Cummings, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Abe Lincoln. Okay, say all that really fast. Okay, here we go. We are coming into the home stretch. We are rounding the last bend. We are reaching our necks out, elongating strides, willing to intend. Souls on the other side are screaming in support. Susan B. Anthony is providing an escort. Eleanor Roosevelt's eyes giving us backbone. After all, we are not standing alone. Suffragettes line the corridors to vote, knowing that freedom is the only antidote. Banners are held high. John Lewis is by your side. Elijah Cummings is smiling. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is reconciling. Abe Lincoln holds his hat in his hand on a bent knee while African Americans stand. I am proud of this moment no matter what unfolds. I hear the voice of America intending to be retold. Thanks, everyone.